The Forge right here on Taraba Television. I remain your host, Victoria Toloreneke, and today we will be discussing a pressing issue among young people of this generation. Peer pressure and negative influence has been affecting a lot of people. So today we'll be delving into this topic, we'll be dissecting it, and we'll be learning so much lesson. As you know, it's always our custom to bring in people that are informed about this topic. So today I have with me a very special guest who is a youth mentor and advocate, and he is Mr. Enoch Ruben. He will be taking us through the causes of peer pressure and influence, how we as young people can rise above peer pressure and influence, and how we can shine in our society. Mr. Enoch, please say hello to the house.
Hello, thank you very much for having me on this program today.
Thank you so much. It's a privilege to have you.
It's a great privilege.
Okay, so without wasting time, what do you want to tell us about peer pressure and a negative influence?
Peer pressure is, in simple term, can be defined as when people move you, people around you push you to do things even when you don't want to do it. You are moved to do it, people around you. Now, it becomes a negative influence when they are pushing you to do negative things. So that is peer pressure, and that is a negative influence. Thank you.
Thank you so much about that. So I'm sure we will have different forms of peer pressure and negative influence. So can you share with us some of them?
Some of the forms of peer pressure, the one we see around is, you see, being forced to smoke, to drink, so that you will be perceived or you will look cool. You see, sexual immorality is part of the peer pressure we see around today, to be forced to dress in a certain kind of way. These are the forms of peer pressure we have in our society, to be very common ones.
Thank you so much. And he has taken us through smoking, dressing in ways that are not nice. Thank you so much. So, as young people, how can we know or recognize when we are being influenced negatively?
Okay, we have this thing in us called the conscience. It is a police officer that God has placed in us. It will prick us when we are doing the wrong things. Now, one way you will know that you are being negatively influenced or peer pressure is having an effect on you, you'll be forced to do things even when you don't want to do it. That's number one. Number two, you are doing things to impress people.
To impress
your people, the people around you. And the next one, you are doing it so that you will feel among. You want to feel among. When you start feeling this way, you should know that you are being influenced, especially negatively. You do things and you start feeling guilty after doing them. That is, the conscience in your inside is pricking you, telling you that no, you are not supposed to do this. But when you start doing it and you continue doing it, peer pressure is kicking in, and the negative influence is kicking in already.
Thank you so much for that. This feeling among syndrome is something that is actually prevalent in this present day society. We young people tend to do something because our mates are doing it, and we don't want to feel out, or we don't want to be lost.
Don't be left out.
Yes, and then we tend to do it even though they are not things that are meant to be done. So what are the factors that you think can lead to peer pressure and influence? What makes us vulnerable to doing that?
No, number one cause, is low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem.
Yes, you see a lot of people, they don't know who they are.
Wow.
They've not discovered themselves. So they just follow the crowd and follow the multitude. You don't even believe in yourself. You take people's word. Rather. Anything people say, you go for it, you go with it. That's number one, low self-esteem. And number two, lack of clear goals.
Wow.
You don't have goals, you don't have vision, you don't know where you are going to. A man without goal will take somebody else's goal. So what anybody say, he will go with it. Okay, let's go here. Because you don't have goal, you will follow the crowd. You will follow the multitude. So these are some of the things, some of the factors that cause that cause negative influence and peer pressure.
Thank you so much for that. Our guest said something, is that lack of purpose. So this is a wake-up call to we young people out there. Please discover your purpose so that you won't be influenced negatively, so that you won't find yourself doing what you are not meant to be doing. And then low self-esteem, just like he said, believe in yourself. You are more. Thank you so much for that. Even myself, I'm learning. I'm a young person, so thank you. So I'd like to know, do you have any personal experience as regards negative influence, peer pressure?
Oh yes.
Do you mind sharing with us?
I have a story, when I was in the university,
Okay.
I had a neighbor in my lodge, just sitting at the neighbor opposite my room. And this young man, he said, there was something he used to say back then, that even if you put a gun on his head, he would never smoke weed. But as I speak to you today, he's not just smoking weed, he's a weed dealer. He sells weed. But how did it start? It started somewhere. Negative influence. His friends, the people who are around him. I remember the people around him coming to his room, and then he'll be smoking, he'll be looking at them. He couldn't resist. And then they made him feel he was not man enough. Try it. And then from just 1 to 2, 3, and he became addicted. And there was a problem. He did not graduate. He spent extra 2 years in the school. And guess what? The people who influenced him negatively, they graduated.
Not serious.
They graduated and they served a long time ago.
Wow.
And he himself, he remained in
there.
school selling weed. And so it was a very terrible thing. And I also remember a young lady, she was pushed, forced by, you have to dress a certain way, you have to do this, you are not woman enough. They make you feel you are not man or woman enough. But then she stood her ground. She said, no, she's never going to be like them. They made her feel she was not normal. That they were the normal ones doing the negative things. They made her feel she was not normal. But then she stood her ground. She had the purpose. She had a clear purpose. And she knew this was where she was going to. This is where I'm going to. And she stuck to it. And now she's a youth advocate.
Wow.
Yes, a youth advocate doing very well. Wow. So these are those the two experiences I have.
Thank you so much. These are beautiful experiences.
Yes.
I actually love what you did. You struck the balance between both experience. You gave us an experience of one that fell for the negative influence and the outcome, and that of the one who stood the ground. So as young people, please let us learn from these stories. We see the story of the guy that was influenced negatively into taking hard drugs. He had to spend extra year in the university, even when those people who influenced him negatively, and they left the school, they graduated before him, and then he remained spending 2 years extras, while the other lady that stood her ground, she's now something big, a youth advocate. So please, let's know what to do. Thank you so much, Mr. Enoch, for that. So from these personal experiences, what ways do you think we young people of this generation, what are the methods you think we can adopt to stay above peer pressure and negative influence?
Okay, I think the biggest thing a lot of people don't know how to do is to say no. Learn to say no. They will come. They will definitely come. They will come. But you must learn to say no. Number 2, have a clear purpose. This is where I'm going to. This is where I'm headed. This is where I want to land. When you have a clear purpose, a man with purpose does not drift. Don't drift. You don't think, I'm going to that place and I have to get there. I don't have to follow this way off, so I must get there. So you must learn to say no, and you must have purpose. Number 2, have mentors. Meet people that are, older than you, who have more knowledge and experience. Discuss with them. A lot of young people don't have anybody to discuss with. They don't have older people to discuss with. They share ideas with their peers. They tell their peers, even in the bad ones, what is wrong with them, and the bad one end up influencing them negatively. Then the final thing I will say, get your mind busy. Read positive books. Engage in activities, in community service. These are the things that will help you. And idle mind, of course, is the devil's workshop. So when your mind is idle, he will fill it for you. So keep your mind busy. And most importantly, learn to say no.
Thank you so much. He said, learn to say no. When someone is bringing you something that you know it's not your way, please say no. Don't be scared of anybody. Say no. And then he said we should get busy.
Oh, yes.
Discover your purpose. Know why you are on earth. Know the reason for your existence. So then you will know what to be busy with. You won't be busy doing stuff that would not help your destiny. So speaking about purpose, you've mentioned purpose like 3 times now. So being purpose driven, self-awareness, how can young people, how can we leverage on this to stay above peer pressure and negative influence?
You know, purpose gives you direction. Yes. So when you have a purpose, you have a direction. You know, this is where I'm going to, and you will get there. And self-awareness will help you to know what you take. The kind of things you take. It will help you say no. This is who I am. This is what I believe. This thing you are bringing to me, it's not, it's not part of what I believe. So I'm saying no to it. So purpose will give you direction. Self-awareness will help you say no. Will lead you in the right path. Yes. So a youth must have purpose. Not just any purpose, a clear purpose. Know why you are in this world. Know why you are in that school. Know why you are in that environment. Know why you are in the place you are at a particular time, and know the reason why you are there. It will help you a lot.
Thank you so much. There's a question in my heart, and I'm sure a lot of young people out there too might have the same question. So, as a young person, how can I know my purpose? How can I know why I am on earth, so that it will help me to be guarded against negative influence?
Okay, it's very simple. If you're listening to us right now and you don't even know why you are here, why you came to earth, there's no need to fear. Okay. That's a mind-boggling question. A lot of people say, I don't know. When they hear about purpose talk, they get worried. Oh, does it mean I'm useless? Does it mean I'm... No. It doesn't mean you're useless.
Okay.
Look for the things you love. That could be your purpose. The things you like. When you read books, you get your mind busy. You engage in activities. From there, you will discover your purpose. Purpose is not a hard thing. What do you love to do? The positive thing you love to do. Why are you here? Is there something you want to change in this environment? That could be your purpose at that particular time. As a youth, you've gone for NYSC and you've seen a challenge, a problem in that community you want to solve. At that point, that is your purpose. Focus on it. You are in secondary school. Your purpose is what? To pass your work, to pass your exam. Read, study. You want to be a medical doctor. You have a purpose already. Pursue it. Take your academics serious. So it is not a hard thing to discover. Just know what you want to be, what you love to do. That is your purpose. It's very simple.
Thank you so much. You gave us a clue now on how we can discover our purpose. What are those things you love doing? What are those things that make you happy without anybody coercing you? You can go on and do them. Thank you so much. Talking about purpose, I think I read it somewhere that your pain sometimes also becomes your passion. Yes. Something that has given you pain, you can just decide, okay, this thing has troubled me, now I want to find solution to it. Thank you so much. So, negative influence, does parents have any role to play in this? Yes. Parents, teachers, faith-based organizations?
Oh, yes.
Is there a way they can help in this?
Our parents are our first teachers.
Okay.
Parents should faith-based pastors, imams, all. They should serve as pillars. No, in fact, they should be pillars. They are pillars. Yes, you are there. Encourage your children. Sometimes what a child is looking for is just his parent to tell him, hey, Junior, you are enough. You don't have to be like this person. But you see, most times, parents are not available for their children. And this is a message to our beloved parents. I know you are trying, you are doing your best, but, be the first friend of your daughter as a mother. Let your daughter be able to access you, tell you things. She shouldn't share without her friend. She should share it with you because you have experience. As a man, let your son be your best friend. You can ask, when I was growing up, my dad was my best friend. I tell you, my dad taught me how to play what? He taught me how to play the Ludo. Taught me how to play the chess and everything. I know how to play. He taught me. I was his friend. And I'm still his friend by the grace of God. So our parents must be there for us. They have a big role to play. When the house is united, when there is love at home, you see, nobody want to come and influence you because you see all those things at home. No, my mother say it is like this. I believe my mother and I know my mother. Whatever you are saying out there cannot stand. What my mother says stand. You understand? So parents, you have a very important role to play. Even churches and mosques, tell your people, tell the children, the young ones in your congregation what is right and what is wrong. They should pick it from there. Yes.
So thank you so much. This is a wake-up call to every parent out there. Please be your word's best friend. Let them be able to confide in you. Don't prioritize your business over the welfare of your child. Don't prioritize going to functions, partying over the welfare of your child. We young people, we have a lot of things we are bothering, that is bothering us. We have a lot of things that is going on within us, and we need people to open up to. So please let parents be available and teachers as well. Anybody, pupils in your class, students, please prioritize them as well. Let them be your utmost priority. Faith-based organization. This is also a wake-up call to us. I enjoyed this conversation. I learned so much. So just wrapping this section up, what advice will you give to young people out there battling with negative influence and peer pressure?
If you're listening to us as a young man or as a young lady, you don't have to do what everyone else is doing to be accepted. No, you don't have to. Be real to yourself. Be real. You must know that real friends will not force you to do what you don't like. What is wrong? Real friends, a real friend will not force you to do that. You are not odd. Maybe they keep telling you that you are odd, you are not dressing like us, you are not dressing, they use a particular word I don't want to use on the show, but you are not odd. I want to tell you today that you are unique. You are not different, you're special. So tell yourself, I am not odd. Whenever they are telling you you are odd, no, you are not odd, you are unique. Because you have a purpose, you have a clear path, you have direction. Stick to it. Remember, real friends will not tell you to do what is wrong. It is one thing to hear all of this. It's another thing to put it to practice. So thank you very much.
Thank you to my fellow young ladies, young men out there. So please, I am telling you this morning, I'm telling you today that please believe in yourself, believe in what you can do, believe in your activities, your abilities. Learn to say no. Don't allow anybody coerce you into doing what is not good for you. And when you think some pressures are getting too much, please speak up. There is always someone you can speak to. You can speak to your parents if they are available. If they are not available, you can speak to your teacher. At least there will be someone in your school that you can speak to. You can speak to your pastor, your imam. Speak up. There is help for you. Always report anybody trying to coerce you or force you into doing what you know you are not meant to do. Most of these activities we young people involved in, they have a way of affecting us, they have a way of affecting our future. So let's know what we take and what we have to let go of. So with this, we have come to the end of this wonderful section on the forge. And personally, as a young lady, I have learned so much today. Thank you so much once again, Mr. Enoch Ruben.
Thank you very much.
It's nice having you on the show
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Thank you so much. So, I want to say, take care, believe in yourself, believe in your ability, stay strong, stay true to yourself. Remember, your future is not forced, but you can forge it. So, till next time that I will be seeing you again on this show, I remain your host, Victoria Tolareke. Bye. Thank you.